Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to Exiting the Matrix with me, Bitcoin Morpheus. I'm back, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good to be back here. Oh, you know what? I feel like celebrating. And I'm going to play the Mahjong. Nothing says celebration like a mariachi band here in Chile. I'm here with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
And we are so happy to be here, man. I'm gonna take you through what happened and how it happened, and we're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna be talking about the failed launch of Ethereum 2.0, and also doing our normal TA for today. Oh, I'm glad to be here. It's just a great day today because you know what, my channel's back, and I thought for sure it was gone for good, actually, but it was not. All right. Well, Inti's got a few words to say before we get on to the TA.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Yes. All right. So let's get on to our TA for today. Alrighty. Oh man, let's see here. Nope, I gotta switch screens. There we go. There you go. Okay. Wow, Inti. Looks like you might have almost got stopped out.
Ouch!
No. You know what? Wait a second.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Because I used 3 stops.
I made the mistake here of putting this here, and really the entry would have been the 61.8 or the 78.6, and so let's see here. If you were to do the 61.8, you would have went like this, and so yeah, you would actually, and you're looking for 2-to-1. So yeah, we are like breaking out here on Bitcoin, right? And
yeah, it doesn't look too good, right?
No, it does not look too good at all. Bitcoin has created a W here, right? Of course, and this is the breakout level right there, and looks like it wants to go higher, but the shorts are pounding this thing back. This is their last stand here. They failed to hold this thing back down, and with this W, it's very powerful. We can see that price action could take us. Let's see here. If we just did from here to there, it could take us easily to well above close to the right up to the 11,100 level. Now we have to close above that effectively in order to say, okay, things have changed drastically. Let's see here. Interesting. Is that's a 1.44 level? Look at that. And just above that is the 1.6. Interesting. From this key low here. So very interesting indeed. We'll see how this thing plays out in the next little while. I thought for sure they were going to bounce off of this trend line, but we've so far broken above it. We've got one more hour to go before the 4-hour closes above this trend line, and that's very positive for the markets to go higher. Looking at the daily, so I'm interested in seeing the daily now. The daily, wow, I really expected that we were to come back down here, but looks like we're not doing it, which is good, which is always good. But I'm afraid that as we go up, right, we're gonna have that one of those scam wicks, that just comes straight down, and then wipes everybody out, and then continues going up. I'm expecting that sometime in the next little while, because I think they need to like clear out these longs, because there's too many longs here that are too happy, right? And they're jumping for joy, and I'm not sure if they're going to be jumping for joy for very long, especially since what people tend to do is add to their longs as price action continues going higher. Let's just see how that plays out. Now let's head over to Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum's got a nice little cheeky W as well that is broken out of. And I like how when Ethereum finally breaks its W's, right, there's not much pain, right? I mean, I don't know how long this 4-hour candle lasts down below before it as it dropped down, but you know what? In that 4-hour candle, it finally closed above the breakout level, and then went higher. You can see the breakout level was practically a key point, which is the this 360 level, and that's quite interesting. And there is resistance obviously at 371, and you can see we backed off of that price right there, price action right there. And I'm wondering how much pressure that's going to give. There's decent volume. You know, the volume is coming in as this price action continues higher. So people are buying this up move, as you can see here. There is no divergence in that buying. Is there? Maybe there is. Yeah, no, there isn't. So yes, you can see that it's coming. This is a really solid up move, and we've got lots of. We might be overbought on the 4-hour here with the RSI, but not so much with the Willy. So that's a good sign that we have more liftoff here on Ethereum. Going to the daily. Let's see here. It's interesting. I love this railroad tracks. It's like, wouldn't you consider this railroad tracks, Inti? These two candles, right? Because
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they're like, yeah, exactly.
They are very similar. They are very similar.
We take off, they take off the colored candles. Yeah, you can see they're similar in height. So I would consider that decent railroad tracks. And so we did the railroad tracks and decided, hey, you know what? We're going higher, and because the second candle on the railroad track broke the higher candle over here, broke the higher wick over here, you can see that this turned into a very positive thing, and Ethereum has been in that upward movement with higher lows all the way through. Very, very good, very good. And Ethereum, of course, is on the above this trend line. This long-term, very long-term, lower level trend line of the overall bull market that Ethereum is currently in. It's interesting. We're running into the what's it called? The tax loss selling season, and I'm wondering how this is going to play out. Is this going to play out in the sense that Ethereum's going to, knock one out of the park, head over to 800, and then dip back down to like in the November season, down to like $400 or $500, and make everybody sad, right at that point. So it's going to be interesting how this thing plays out over the next coming weeks and into the next 2 months before we get into the December lows, or who knows? Maybe we're going into hyperinflation and Ethereum is just going to keep going. We will have to wait and see what Congress does in the next little while at the United States, and whether or not everybody else in the world is going to put up with the nonsense of the United States printing money and handing it out, right? Because they're living off of the wealth of everybody else. Alrighty. So with that said, let's head over. Let's head over and talk about Ethereum 2.0 and its failure. The Spadina bus just crashed.
Oh, really?
E2.0 failed. The Spadina dress rehearsal could mean further delays. Yes. Well, it's not so bad, right? And then we'll talk about that. The coordinator of ETH 2.0, Danny Ryan, has confirmed a failure of the testnet Spadina. I mean, honestly, looking into it, they have everything is still running fine. It's just that the initial startup, right? Basically, remember how I told you it's basically like a large airplane with 64 shards, and really they're not going to get the shards running just yet, but they wanted to set up the first groundwork basically for that, which is the mining, of course, of the Ethereum and the communications between the other shards, but they haven't actually created the other shards just yet. But anyways, basically that huge plane, right, tried to clamp on the test, and the problem was, the software of the people who had to do the actual work, they were kind of lazy and didn't prepare properly for that connection. Basically, when a plane tried to connect that engine, that fourth engine, onto its main fuselage or the wing, and so that's what happened. The coordinator of the ETH 2.0 stated that the test network showed several problems in configuration in the client nodes in Genesis calculation errors. Right, and somebody mixed those two words up. Ryan announced the launch of second dress rehearsal. Therefore, the next week they will deploy the Zinkin testnet. So Zinkin is just another testnet because they have lots of testnets. And I just realized my camera's a little bit off. Man, it's a little bit tilted. But anyways, as this is a dress rehearsal, we ask that you take this Genesis seriously. So that's another thing, right? People just didn't take it seriously. The Spadina dress rehearsal, and people lost coins. Well, it's good. It was just testnet coins. Just imagine if they lost real coins. That would be bad. The main bugs seem to be have originated, according to Ryan, on the client Prism. So basically, one client software basically had most of the problems because they just didn't take the testnet seriously, and so that's why we had these errors. But next week they will take it very seriously, right? Because they don't want any more delays, so they will get it done. And so we will probably see the first phase of Ethereum 2.0 rolled out in November, and the rest of it has to be rolled out. They're planning to roll it out over 1.5 years, which we know is going to be seriously delayed. All right, so with that said, let's go on to the main topic of today, which is what happened, right, when I got booted from YouTube. How did it play out? Well, most of you guys were here, and you were watching the stream, and all of a sudden the stream cut off, and you were watching another video. You're like, what's happening, right? And I was just about to mention, right, I was trying to mention that, hey, thank you everybody for hitting the subscribe button. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. And also, if you haven't hit the like button, and let me take a look at the like button. Let's see what the like ratios. Oh, there's 500 of you and 200 likes. I like that. That's pretty good. If we can get that up to 300 before we get to the question and answers, we really appreciate it. And so they cut us off, and as I was about to show you this, thank you all for subscribing. 2,000 of you subscribed in the last 28 days. So I really appreciate that, and you know what? Starting today, I'll be calculating all the income generated from my videos starting today, and people who own the DJ15 token at the end of this month. What I'm going to do actually is going to buy up the tokens from the Uniswap, and with the money with the percentage of the money that I gain, and actually burn those tokens. Okay,
that's what you may do.
Yeah, that's what I may do. Yeah, that's right. Gotta say that, right? Legal reasons. Anyways, and you know, as a gift to the supporters of my token. All these tokens here that's here, I'm not going to be selling any more tokens that I've generated. I've generated like 2.1 million, but those tokens I'm not going to be using. I'm going to be burning in the future. I'm going to may be burning a large sum of the tokens, so that you know that they'll never come out, and a certain percentage will be kept in my possession only because I want to show that, hey, you know what? I have this percentage of these tokens. I have like 75%. I'm going to have 75% of the tokens in my ownership, and the rest will be yours over the next little while. So yeah, I'm going to be looking in. That's going to be maybe happening in the future of DJ15 tokens. So, all right. Yeah, actually, it was supposed to be 87.25%. That's right. I'm going to own. And then you guys are going to have the rest. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to Pandora's wallet, yesterday was the last day for you guys to get involved and get the free DJ15 tokens. But we have a sale. Let me just see. The sale is on right now. We've reduced the price even more. Right, and if we go back to the regular website, the sale is clearly marked there, and you can see that we've got a 75% off sale on Pandora's wallet. So I'm going to hold that 75% because of what happened yesterday. I'm going to hold it until the end of Sunday. So if you're interested in getting into the Telegram group, finding out how much I'm making with my little lady strategy, and you can see what coins I'm buying, and you know, Inti will be showing you what some trades that he's doing as well, because I just don't have all the time to do a lot of day trading on the market. So Inti's doing that for me nowadays. All right. Let's go over what happened, right? Basically, YouTube sent me this when I tried to log in. I couldn't get into my email actually at first, and I was wondering what the hell's going on. I tried to get into my email right on the show yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, but on 2 days ago, and nothing was. My account was completely frozen. It was almost as if somebody just took out a knife and started stabbing me multiple times. Like they just wiped me out off the planet, right? And then slowly over the day, I slowly got, first I got my email, but I couldn't get my YouTube channel. I couldn't even look at my subscription. I didn't even have my Prime account, my Prime account, meaning that I didn't have the premium account where I could watch anything ad free. I didn't have anything. I couldn't even log in to see videos. It wouldn't let me do that. I had no rights. I was like a non-person on YouTube. Unbelievable. And this is what they wrote. And so I tried to, I filled out the form and sent it. And then 30 minutes later, they're saying, yeah, too bad. You're still suspended because of the guidelines. Bye. Sorry. Ciao. I'm like, are you not going to explain what guideline did I fail to basically conform to? You're not going to even tell me that? You're just going to tell me goodbye? That's ridiculous. Right? But that's how they are, right? It's just guidelines. Oh, what guideline? You failed to, follow the guidelines. But what guideline? It says here in our guidelines, you forgot to look at the guidelines and follow those. Okay, so which video? Well, it's the guidelines you didn't follow. And it's just nonstop with that, right? That's all they tell you is guidelines. But thanks to your unbelievable support. Let me just bring up Twitter, all right, and show you. I mean, you guys just amazing. I mean, thank you for everything you guys have done, right, to support me, because without you, I wouldn't be here today. And so I really appreciate it. Wow, it's just, look at this. Like 5,300 likes. Look at 2,500 retweets. There's no way I would have gotten my channel back if it wasn't for all of you. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I was like really scared that this was gone for good. All right, so anyways, this is not the first time YouTube has done something like this. Got Bitcoin on the brain. They've purged many of channels, right, and wiped them out. But they at least have them come back. But I've noticed, right, a lot of my YouTube channels, a lot of YouTube channels that I watch, right. Even though YouTube admits the error for the Bitcoin video purge, right, and this was big news back, even made the BBC. I noticed that a lot of channels that I watch, like for example, Free Domain Radio from Stefan Molyneux, is gone for good. What else is? I mean, everybody knows Alex Jones, and you might say, "Well, Alex Jones deserves that," right? But come on, right? Once you start down that road of like, because he did okay. So some of the stuff, just like kind of like okay out there, but you know what? We all know how he is, right? And so it's okay, right? And if you start saying that we got to cut off his freedom of speech, right? Then they're going to start cutting us, right? They're going to start coming for the Bitcoiners eventually, because wait, you know what? It's all about money. So imagine this, right? Imagine that the banksters realize for the first time that they're doomed, right? And they got a printing press. And YouTube, they're all about advertisers, money, and stuff like that. And so bankers knock on the door. Hey, you need to come out and help us by cutting off the Bitcoiners. He goes, they go, well, what are you talking about? We make like, $500 million a month off these guys, right? For the advertising. They go, here's $2 billion a month. Get rid of them. What do you think they're gonna do? Right? I mean, it's all about the money, right? So that's what they're gonna do, right? And so they will wipe us out eventually, and that's coming.
Martin says, Agent Smith gotcha.
So, anyways, thank you all for watching. That if you're watching this on our, you know what? Actually, I'm going to be, that's right, the Testnet. We're going to be putting this on, not Testnet, but on my backup channel, right? If you're watching on my backup channel and you subscribe to my backup channel, actually, if you haven't done so, please head over to my backup channel, which is right here. You'll find that link in the description below, right? Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. I really appreciate it, because all you guys did subscribe only when I got kicked off. So don't do that. Don't wait until I get kicked off, because then you won't be able to find me, right? So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will be doing, every once in a while I'll be doing, my thoughts at my office videos, short videos for you guys. Once we make the switch from live videos to just the edited version on my current channel. So we will be doing that next week for sure. We're making the switch, and tomorrow I will tell you where you guys have to go if you're interested in just watching the whole live stream and getting the questions and answers and being more proactive. For definitely, you will the Twitch users. If you live on Twitch, you're gonna be in there 100%, even without owning a DavinciJ15 token. And so, yeah, if you're watching the backup channel, again, thank you for watching. We're going into the question and answers period. All right. With that said, Inti, what do you got for us?
Okay, so today we have very few questions. So let's start with a question from Kev Allen, and says, Da Vinci, for little lady, have you checked how many doubles you get on an average on any coin? If it's low, would it make sense to sell all on a double instead of just half?
On an average, you know what? I haven't looked at it, but the reason why I haven't looked at it is because what happens is I've seen Brian Beamish, right? Brian Beamish did a long-term analysis on this process, the little old lady strategy. It's in fact his name that he gave it, and he's the one who invented the name, the little old lady strategy. And on his website, if you head over to here, I'm gonna bring it up, right? If you're interested in learning how to trade, right, you head over to the rationalinvestors.com, and on his website, if you're one of the members there, right, you'll see he has just the buy and hold strategy and the little lady strategy, and he does mention that it's okay if you sell everything, right? If that's how you feel, right? But imagine, right, as you sold everything on the double, right, and then you see the thing keep going higher and higher and higher and higher, right? And you missed out on 10 doubles, right? How are you gonna feel, right? I mean, you can't jump back in because you don't know how far it'll really go. And so when you see on his webpage, and if you go there, right, you will get $50 off the school. So if you become a student, right, you will get $50 off the classes. So and learn how to trade just like Inti and I have. And so if you see this the comparison, you'll notice that there is no comparison to just buy and hold. You are actually going to take a big loss, right, if you just buy and hold. And I feel the same would pan out if you were to just buy and sell sell all on a double, basically. I don't think selling all on a double is a good idea at all. And you could try it, see what happens, but I don't think that's going to work out very well. Prices go up, and then they come back down, and then you could buy back, and when they come back down, and then they go back up again, and then you'll see some serious profit. All right, next question.
Okay, this now that I mentioned that there were a few questions, the chat exploded. So this one will be from Jamal Hook, and says, do you think Bitcoin is and will be manipulated like gold? Price should be much higher than with whales buying.
Well, they've already started what they needed to do in order to make the manipulation of Bitcoin occur. What they've done is, started with the CME futures cash settled exchange, right? I mean, think about it, right? All the other commodities exchange, right? Because they can refer to Bitcoin as a commodity, right? Have a delivery option, except Bitcoin. Think about that. The only commodity in the exchange that does not allow you to take delivery is Bitcoin. And to make matters worse, which is easier to deliver? Oil, gold, silver, diamonds, pork bellies, chicken, or Bitcoin? Which one's easier to deliver? Which one do you think is easier to deliver?
Bitcoin. Duh.
Why is that?
Because it's virtual. Are you kidding me?
So, why can't they provide deliveries on those contracts?
But wait. They deliver gold and silver? I don't think so.
They do. They're just not as they try to pressure you not to take delivery and pressure you into what's it called? Buying it on the cash market. but you do eventually, if you put enough pressure, they do eventually give it to you.
Okay. But they won't do that with Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Exactly. So look at that. And yeah, when you do take delivery of the comics, gold and silver, you'll notice that a lot of the bars and stuff like that are like are very new pours, and they just got them from a factory and stuff like that. They've had to rush to get it, so there is some like BS going on with the gold and silver deliveries, right? So they don't have a lot. And then you know what, Kyle Bass has already talked about that, right? He's gotten, he's talked about how what I asked. Well, what happens if there's only 2% of gold and silver there? Well, what happens if there's more than 2% call for delivery? He says, well, it never happens. Well, what if it does happen? Well, I guess price will take care of the rest. And he's like, give me my gold. Give me my silver. Oh, man. All right, next question.
Next question. So this one is from Sach Lancaster and says, how will you know if we are token holders? How does that work? He mean the DA15 tokens.
Okay, that's a good question, and let's. I'm gonna bring up the Telegram group and I'll show you exactly how that works because we're working on it, and there are some bugs, but it is sort of working, and we'll show you. So I'm just going to have it right here, and move to the screen here, and then oops, there we go. So this is the group right here, right? I'm still working on the bot. The bot's still not 100%. And so what it's going to do, right? Once you get in here, it's going to say, "Welcome to this Telegram group. You have 24 hours to show that you own some what's it called? The DJ15 tokens. If not, you get removed, right? Like these people did here down here. What you do is you're going to follow a link, and it'll show you what you must do. But you could also communicate directly with the bot, but the bot will not speak to you. You could always reply to the bot directly, right? And I'll be telling you that in a video link, because this will provide some sort of video link. And once we're done, and what it'll tell you to do is speak to the bot by typing in, right? Davinci J, what's the name of the bot again? Davinci J. All right, J15 token bot, right? And then once you find the bot, right, you click on it, and then right, you once you start talking to it, right, it immediately tells you this message. You say hi, it tells you the message again. Right, and so basically what you have to do is sign a message with your address, right? And in the video I will explain how to do that. And I know it's going to seem complicated, but trust me, this is all part of your learning experience of cryptocurrencies. Learning how to do this will give you an advantage. Maybe you'll get some free tokens for this, learning how to do this.
Imagine
right? Just like the Uniswap.
Oh my God.
Right? So you might want to do this. You might want to learn how to do this. Just say. Right? So, it might be a little bit difficult, but trust me, this is something you're going to use in the future. You will use this in the future. So take the time to learn. Now, of course, it will be easier, but in the future, but not. But you will be able to do this, and then sign a message, right? That I have Davinci tokens, and then with your address, right? And sign that message, and then pass that message back to the bot, and then he will give you access to get back in. And yeah, and that's it. And that's all it will take to stay in the group here of of DJ15 token holders, and I will be putting the video link for the live streams in this channel. And also, if you don't want to do that, right, you could always just purchase Pandora's wallet, and you'll be getting the same link as well. So also for the next little while, we'll also be doing that for Twitch. So you could, if you find that it's just easier to do that, you could just go on Twitch. But just keep this in mind. That's not going to be permanent, and Twitch is not going to have permanent access, and it's not, and so you won't have the same kind of experience that you would with YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So next question, basically.
Next question. So Ryan Drayton asked for your thoughts on Bidao and Honeyswap.
Honeyswap?
Yes.
Oh my God! Isn't there Moonswap?
Yes.
And Sushi Swap?
Yes. Whatever you want, man.
Hot Dog Swap?
You have the whole restaurant.
Porn Swap? Whatever swap you want, they got it, and it's ridiculous. All right. So, anyways, I don't think these Honeyswap's going to make it. I think Uniswap's got the power. The reason why it's going to be the main decentralized exchange for quite some time is because it's the first mover advantage, of course, and then on top of that, the token that they're giving out, of course, for people mining it. I mean, not mining, but supporting the swaps with liquidity and so forth, adds more even people supporting Uniswap over any other asset. The development team came up with it first, right? Everybody else is just copying, right? Whatever they do, so that that they're going to produce better and better products going forward. So that it's best to support Uniswap than it would be to support any other decentralized Honeyswap or Moonswap. They're just a clone. You don't even know if they can produce anything original, better, faster. And even if they do, they're gonna have to do it like orders of magnitude better, right? I mean, they're gonna have to they have to come up with basically limit orders or something like that to wipe out Uniswap, right? And then come up with trading features that are easy enough to use. I mean, they're going to have to go real hard to come up with any kind of solution to take down Uniswap, and that's not going to happen. Or else they would have done that already. Alrighty. Next question.
Next question. This is from Argu, and says, welcome back. I'm curious if you had heard about what happened with Cover protocol. They had a token migration from Safe to Safe 2 with a 7-day warning and cut off over 4% of the early community.
Cover token?
Cover protocol.
I've never heard of it, and I don't know what the Cover protocol coin. No, never heard of it. Don't know much about it. Right. So I can't really comment. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look into that further before I can even talk about what happened there. So 2 more questions, and we're gonna just go over to Twitch and cut off from YouTube and head over to Twitch. There's right now how many users on Twitch? No. Did it just say 500 users on Twitch here?
How you wish, 36.
Okay, that's right, because it's telling me the total number of users in both Twitch and on YouTube, on Wirecast. Okay, So, next question. Next two questions.
Next questions. Are you up for some icon TA?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so emerging developments ask for TA on COTI, please. COTI.
COTI. COTI. Let me switch screens before we do that. I think I've done that so many times. I think COTI. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
But that's okay.
I could choose another one.
That's all right. It's all right. All right. Okay, so you're not buying up a nosebleed section, right? It's not quite nosebleed, but you know it topped out up here, and I hope nobody bought up here. And if you did, shame on you. Shame on you. Let me just send me your address so I can smack the black off of you. All right. And if you're white, I'll smack the black on you. Right? Where do you think you should be buying? Yes, that's right. 61.8, 78.6, or even the 88.6. That's where you should be buying. Not up here. No, that's a no-no. You should be selling up here. If you're not selling up here, you have no business buying up here. All right. So with that said, I would say that this thing is probably going to go sideways for a while. Don't be surprised if we wick down with a rage quit down to 88.6. So set some stink bids. What's a stink bid? Well, a stink bid is like when you set an order to buy at 254 sats, which is well below the market, right? You could probably even go a little bit lower, right, to get some really cheap coins, right? Maybe at the 220-ish level or something like that, to get some really cheap coins on the cheap, so that when this thing does rocket off in February or in March timeframe, you will have a good position to profit really fast and really hard on this cryptocurrency. But for now, this thing is just headed down. It's on a ski slope path here, as you can see here. There is no happiness. There is no joy. There is no sunshine when he's gone. Alright, so you're going to have to wait until, it starts to ski slope down. And then, on the other side, you could always just wait for a W is another way. You can, play this is just wait for a W on the other side of the ski slope on the weekly or daily time frame. Alright, next question, or the final question for today, and then we're heading off into the Twitch sunset.
Okay, so Hashim Giles asked for a TA on Seal.
On what?
On Seal. ZIL.
Zil coin. Okay. Zil. Zilly. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, where do you think I got some of this Zil? Can anybody guess where that buy order was? Yes, that's right. Where was?
Right at the bottom was
61.8.
Yeah.
Right? That's where you should be buying, right? Notice that, right? I nibbled. I didn't get a whole lot, right? Because, I really think that this thing could get all the way down to the 107 sat level, because this is where it pretty much took off from, right after this rounding bottom. So don't be surprised if it comes just above the breakout point. And I think the buyers here, the buyers who bought all the way down here, they're going to defend that level with their lives. So that's where you can see you can probably get some cheap ZIL coin at the 107 sats. No guarantees from the management, but That's most likely what's going to happen in the next 2 months, assuming there is no hyperinflation, of course, right? If there is hyperinflation, all bets are off. That's a fundamental event that will wipe out any kind of TA that you could ever make. Yeah, that's it. Alrighty. Thank you very much for all the questions and the different TA. I'm glad to do those things because you know what, I constantly learning, currently learn. I'd like to see some more TA on new coins that I haven't seen before. I've done ZIL and COTI many times. So if you got anything new for me to look at, I would be appreciative. All right, thank you guys on YouTube for watching. And if you want to watch, if you want to have some more, if you have some more questions and you want me to answer it, head over to Twitch, and we will see you guys on Twitch.
I'll share the link.
Yes, let me. I guess I could. You share the link in the. Oh no, you can't.
I cannot see it because I have I have it on the app, and you have it on the browser.
Okay, well it's easy. It's real DavinciJ15. Let me just bring it up here. And there it is. It's twitch.tv/real DavinciJ15. I will send that in the chat group right now for you guys. There you go. All done. All right. So just hang on, Twitchies. We'll be back.